ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। अमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले सोऽयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणशिरघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं सद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं राधा कृष्ण पदं सगणललितां श्री विशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। So Hare Krishna. So today is the very auspicious day, Akshaya Tritiya. Akshaya Tritiya has got many significant things. The appearance of Parsuram, the descent of Ganges, so many other things. Particularly, the Bhagavatam Mahabharata is composed today, and the construction of chariot of Lord Jagannath. Today is the beginning, and today is also very famous Chandan Jatra of Lord Jagannath. So it's so many auspicious things, auspicious events, very important event happened on this very auspicious day. So on this auspicious day also Srila Prabhupada started his actually Krishna consciousness movement from India, a league of devotees established on this day in 1953 at Jhansi by Srila Prabhupada. So in this, considering all this auspiciousness, we are starting our nityaṁ Bhagavata Sevaya. Nityaṁ Bhagavata Sevaya means, Prabhupada says that every day, Nityaṁ means every day if we study, if we read, if we hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, then we develop the love for Godhead. We develop that attachment emotion for the Godhead, Krishna. That is the benefit of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Sanatana Goswami says that Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the Paramananda Pataya. Prati Akshare Prema Vasa. Every letters, every word, it showers the rain of love of Godhead. Sada Sarvada Seva. Therefore, everybody should read to take shelter of Bhagavatam. Because Bhagavatam and Krishna is non-different. So therefore, the importance of hearing Bhagavatam is very paramount, very prominent, very foremost. Srila Prabhupada has designed the Hare Krishna movement program so that every morning there must be Srimad Bhagavatam class conducted by every center, so that everybody will have this opportunity to hear Bhagavatam every day. Nityaṁ Bhagavata Sevaya. Nasta prayesu abhadresu Nityaṁ Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So at present, our bhakti is on naistiki, not steady. Sometimes devotees are very excited, very excited, very encouraged. Sometimes they are discouraged, demoralized. Maya is attacking them. That is called naistika bhakti because of lack of hearing Bhagavatam. So if we hear Bhagavatam daily, nasta price all this abhadra, inauspiciousness in the heart, all this infection of modes of material nature, Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun, everything will be disinfected. So as a result, we will come to the platform of Naistiki Bhakti. Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki means very fixed up in devotional service, fixed up in Krishna consciousness. That is the benefit of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Not only that, in Padma Purana it is stated that Tamadidevam Karunanidhanam Kamalabannam Sviyavataram Apara Sansara Samudra Setu Bhadamai Sri Krishna Tubhyam. So, the Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is Tamadidevam. He is the Supreme God. Tamadidevam Karunanidhanam. He is ocean of mercy. Kamalabanam, his completion is Kamalabanam. And Sri Avataram, he is come as a sound vibration. Sri Avataram means sound vibration. Just like Krishna comes as a fish incarnation. If Krishna comes as a boar, it is boar incarnation. Half lion, half man, it is called Narasimha Avatara. So in this way, Lord, when incarnates as a sound vibration, that is called Bhagavatam. Literally incarnation of the Lord, Supreme Godhead. That is Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is non-different. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarva Asraya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking to the Sanatana Goswami. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarva Asraya is very great and shelter of everyone. Prati Sloke Prati Akshare Nana Arthaka. In every word of Bhagavatam, every slok of verse of Bhagavatam, it has so many different, catering to different meaning to the people. Therefore, it is said that Apara Sansara Samudra Setu is a breeze. We have seen so many bridges, bridges over a pond, bridges over a river. But this bridge is, Bhagavatam is a bridge, that bridge over the ocean of birth and death. That is Bhagavatam. Otherwise, it's very difficult, insurmountable. Mamamaya Durata is very insurmountable, impossible to cross the ocean of birth and death. Very difficult. But if we take shelter of Bhagavatam, it's like a breeze. We easily can cross the ocean without any strenuous, rigorous effort. Therefore, Padma Purana says that entire 12 canto of Bhagavatam is the 12 limbs of the Lord. 12 limbs. I can show you the beautiful verses here in Padma Purana. In Padma Purana, it is stated very nicely that it is stated that Padma Purana, the first initial lines that the first two canto is the two legs, lotus feet of the Lord. So we are in the first canto today. We will be talking about the first canto, which we are taking shelter of the one of the lotus feet of the Lord. So therefore, it is stated that one should read Bhagavatam. The beautiful verses. It is said that by reading Bhagavatam every day, what will happen? Enormous benefit of hearing Bhagavatam. Śrīmad nityaṁ gṛṇataś sva-ceṣṭitam kālena nātidīrgheṇa bhagavān viśate hṛdi. So here it is spoken that person who hears Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam regularly and are always taking the matter very seriously will have the personality of God as Kṛṣṇa manifested in their heart within a short time. That is the enormous gargantuan benefit of hearing Bhagavatam. A Sarva Vedanta Sara. It is the essence of all Vedanta philosophy. Not only that, if one hears this Bhagavatam, there is no way of, he will be dissatisfied, he will not be pleased with any other books. He will not be any interest for any other books. Because this Bhagavatam is enough, sufficient for someone to go back to Godhead or to develop the love of God. Therefore, Sanatana Goswami says that asadu sadhuta daine, oh Bhagavatam, oh my dear Bhagavatam, you give a sadhu to become sadhu. You make a sadhu, the unsaintly person, a sinner to a saint. Nicha uchchata kara, those who are very degraded, you make them very exalted, very prominent. That is the, that is the quality of Bhagavatam. Therefore, Sanatana Goswami says, Mam eka bandhu, mam ekam everything. You are my bandhu, you are my friend, you are my wealth, you are my guide. Because Vedas, Purana and Kavya, they teach us, Veda teaches like a master, Prabhu. And Purana teaches like a friend. And Kavya teaches like a lover, beloved. Prabhu, Mitra, and beloved, lover. So, but Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam teaches all three as a master, as a beloved, as a friend. All three things are there. Therefore, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam stands out very prominent, very unique to the devotee, particularly Vaisnavanam Priya. It is said that Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Amalam Puranam Vaisnavam. It's a spotless Purana, and it is Vaisnavanam Priya. It is very much dearer to the Vaisnavas. So on this note, we will start our Canto 1, Chapter 1. So particularly the Canto 1, Chapter 1 is all about the question by the sages. There are 88,000 of sages assembled in a place called Naimisaranya. This place is still in India now. This place called Naimisaranya forest. And they are doing the Yajna fire sacrifice. Understanding this impending danger or inauspicity of Kali Yuga, upcoming Kali Yuga. So they are doing for the welfare of the people of Kali in general, they are doing the fire sacrifices, headed by Sonaka Rishi. At this place, Naimisaranya also has a significance because this is the hub of the material creation, material world. And also this place is very prominent, it is stated in Purana, because the Vedic rituals is performed in this place, like Kurukshetra, this place also Naimisaranya, Vedic rituals has been performed to diminish to curtail the demoniac mentality of the people. So therefore this place is also very renowned, very prominent. In this places, 88,000 sages, they assembled together. They are doing the fire sacrifice. That time there's a great sage called Sutta Goswami. He came and the sages requested to speak about the Bhagavatam. And they asked the 6 questions. So today the Canto 1 covers, Canto 1 and Chapter 1 cover the 6 questions by the sages headed by Sonaka Rishi. So particularly in this canto, in this chapter, Canto 1, Chapter 1, most important thing is the first 3 verses. Because first 3 verses is the Mangalacharan. So we will go to the first 3 the verses one by one. Then we can go to entire chapter. So the first verses is very nice. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadesya Vayati Taratascha Vajna Swarat Tena Brahma Hudayadikavyam Hyanti Surya Teja Vari Madham Jatha Vinimaya Tatra Tisarga Misra Dhamna Seno Sada Nirastakutam Satyam Paramadhi. So this verse is very, very important. O my Lord Kṛṣṇa, the son of Vasudev, of all pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisance unto you. I meditate upon Lord Kṛṣṇa because he is absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly, indirectly conscious of all manifestation. He is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. He is only one who first imparted Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmadi, the original living entity, living being. By him, even the great cells, demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representation of water seen in fire, or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universe temporarily manifested by the reaction of three modes of nature, appear factual. Although they are unreal, I therefore meditate upon him, Sri Krishna, who is the eternally existence in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from illusory representation of the material world. I meditate upon him for his absolute truth. So if you read yourself, you cannot understand this word. There are 108 commentary on different acharya of this book. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati has given 30 days lecture during Kartik. Actually, Kartik ends. Otherwise, he would have continued. He would have continued speaking on these verses, because this verses defines, speaks about the absolute truth, describe the absolute truth and his attributes. Sambandha Gyan. So here the author is Vasudev. Vasudev here offering the obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Satyam Paramadevahi, who is absolute truth. Because everybody is offering obeisances. We are also offering obeisances. We are going on the street, we are offering obeisances to one policeman, constable, a very common constable, not so high official. So everybody offering obeisances. There are in British Empire, not Empire, in British, what is called a museum, there are statues of some people, dead body. So we offer obeisances. But here, these all the things offering obeisances to the ordinary people, relative truth. But here the author is offering obeisances. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudeva is son of Vasudev, Kṛṣṇa, who is absolute truth. He is not a relative truth. He is absolute truth. He is the reality. He is the Supreme Lord. Therefore, we should learn that whom we should offer obeisances. This verse is important because it reveals who is the absolute personality of Godhead. And the attribute of this, who is the God, who is the absolute personality of Godhead. And here you can see that you can see here this sixth question by sages. You can see here that Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. You can see here this first verses describe the absolute truth, supreme personality of Godhead. So in this verse, Janmadesya, very important points are there. So here it is said that who is that supreme personality of Godhead? Who is absolute truth? Absolute truth means who is truth in past, present, and future. Is not that relative truth. Relative truth means today he is my father. Past he was not my father. And next birth he won't be my father. He is a police officer. He is a CEO, Bill Gates. He is a Steve Jobs. He is a president of America. He is Modi ji, the Indian Prime Minister. Relative truth. Maybe he is Prime Minister for this life, not for the past and not for the future. But absolute truth, Kṛṣṇa is the absolute. He is the Supreme Lord, Supreme cause of all causes in past, present, future. Therefore, the author Vasudev is offering obeisance to the absolute truth, Satyam Paramadimahi. Not the relative truth, any Tom, Dick, and Harry. That is going on nowadays. Everybody offering obeisances, but we do not know how to actually offer obeisances. He is the Supreme Lord, absolute truth. Mataha parataram nanyan kuntidati dhananjaya. He himself declared that Mataha parataram, there is no truth beyond me in Bhagavad Gita. Mataha parataram nanyan kinchidati dhananjaya. There is no truth beyond me. I am the absolute truth. I am the ultimate truth. That is Kṛṣṇa. So the very first line, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, is offering obeisances to the absolute truth, the supreme reality, the supreme Godhead, Kṛṣṇa. So every line has got a so much meaning. Nana sloko, nana arthakai. Prati akshare prati sloke, nana arthakai. It's like ingredient is same, but depends on a expert cook. He can use the ingredient and bring out a very palatable, very delicious curry. But same ingredient is given to a ordinary cook, he cannot bring about. Therefore, all these things very important. We should learn from the Acharya, because Acharya is very expert. Ingredient is same, but we do not have realization to understand this one. Therefore, we should follow the Acharya commentary in Bhagavatam. So we are presenting now the Acharya commentary, Srila Prabhupada. So who is that absolute truth? What is his attribute? What is his characteristic? Janmadescha jataha means cause of all causes. Everything is emanates from him. Everything is the creation, sustenance or maintenance, destruction. Everything is the cause of everything. Cause of all causes. Sarva karana. Everything that exists emanates from the Lord. Emanates from the Lord. Just like I have got father, my father has father, has father, has father. The supreme father is Kṛṣṇa. Aham bija pradapita. Sarvajone sukanteya aham bija pradapita. Bhagavad Gita. So therefore, that is the one attribute is that he is the cause of all causes. Everything that exists emanates from the Lord. If somebody say that, Kṛṣṇa also claims that in Bhagavad Gita, aham sarvasya prabhava matah sarvam prabhatate iti matla bhajante mam buddha bhagavatam. Nobody can claim that everything created by him, maintained by him, destroyed by him. Only the supreme absolute truth, Kṛṣṇa, claims that everything belongs to him. Everything emanates from him. He is the original creator. That is the meaning. Of course, we can go on explaining this particular line also so many ways. So we are briefly touching this one. Then second attribute is that cha arthesu abhigya swara. Cha arthesu abhigya means janmadesha anvayat itaratascha arthesu abhigya. Abhigya means cognizant. Means he is aware of all his manifestations, directly or indirectly, conscious of or aware of or cognizant of all manifestations. Prabhupada given in purport like a chief engineer. In a construction company, chief engineer, directly, indirectly, he knows, he aware of this. Although he may not sometime involved in the construction work, but he aware of everything is manifestation, what is going on. Similarly, Lord, aware of everything, directly, indirectly. Arthesu abhigya. Swarat. Swarat means supremely independent. There is no other cause beyond him. He adiri, anadiri, adiri, sarva karana. He is the origin and there is no cause beyond him. Therefore, he is Swarat, independent. He is not under the control of somebody. If somebody is under control, he cannot be independent. Just like sometimes we claim that, oh, today is Independence Day. We are just celebrating Independence Day. But what independence? They do not know the definition of independence. Independence means you are not controlled by anybody. We are controlled by birth, death, disease, old age. Even we cannot control our bodily movements. We cannot even control the call of nature. So how can we be independent? Yeah? They have no idea what is called independent. So therefore, it is very important to learn that independent means there is no cause beyond him. So we cannot be independent. Only Supreme Lord is the independent. That is Supreme Lord. That is the characteristic. And Brahma Hudaya Adhikabhya Nihanti Yasuraha. He first imparted Vedic knowledge onto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living. The another attribute of the Lord, he imparted the Vedic knowledge to Brahmaji. Muhanti Yasura. Even this great sages demigod also plays into illusion. How is the place into illusion? Teja vari mirdam jatha vinimaya arthat trisargam. Teja means fire. Vari, water. Murdam means art. Just like earth, water, if you mix it and put it to burn into the fire and mix it, you can make a skyscraper. Everything you can make, building skyscraper. But this is all temporary manifestation. Therefore, even the great cells deluded by this temporary manifestation. They are thinking it is real. This is not the real. Just like sometimes in desert, we think that, oh, there is a water, but there is no water. We think that water is reflected. Similarly, everybody, even the great cells, they are put into illusion. But on the other hand, there is another place. That means this material manifestation is illusion. It is temporary. Although appears to be real, it is temporary. Everything here is temporary manifestation. Skyscraper building, your computer, everything is temporary manifestation. It has got expiry date. Bhuta bhuta pralyate. But there is another world, that is spiritual world. Krishna also say in 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that Sanatana. What is Sanatana? He told in 8:20, the beautiful verses, he told this in 8:20 that there's a place called Sanatana. This verses is there. I forgot which verse. Let me find out. He says that Paratasmastu Anya Bhava Bhakta Bhakta Sanatana Yesu Sarvesu Bhutesu Nasastasi Sabinasati. There is another unmanifested nature which is eternal and is transcendental to the manifested unmanifested matter. It is supreme, it is never annihilated. When all in this world annihilated, that part remains as it is. So Krishna say that there is another world called Sanatana place. That is his Goloka Vrindavan, his abode, supreme abode, spiritual sky. So therefore, the another places is called Dhamna Sena Sada Nirista Kokam Satyam Paramadimahi. The absolute truth, eternally existence in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representation of the material world. That is place called Sanatana, Goloka Vrindavan, the spiritual abode of the Lord, Vaikuntha. Satyam Paramadimahi. Therefore, it establishes Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead as absolute truth. Absolute truth. Here, this is the verses what I was telling about Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita, it is say that there is a Paratasmastu Anya Bhava, Paratasmastu Bhavyana, Bhakta Bhakta Sanatana, yes, Sarvesu Bhutesu, Naschasu Na Vinasati. Yet there is another unmanifested nature, which is eternal, is transcendental to the manifested, unmanifested matter. This material world is sometimes manifested, unmanifested. But that world, which spiritual world, Yad Gatta Na Nirbantate, Tadadama Paramam Bhava, that supreme abode of Krishna, Goloka Vrindavan, Vaikuntha, that is never annihilated. That is free from Sada Nirasta Kukam, free from illusory representation. This material world is full of illusory representation. Therefore, in this way, the author is establishing that Krishna is the absolute truth. That is our Sambandha Jnana. Krishna is the absolute truth. Then in the next verses, this is the first verse called Sambandha Jnana. We should know who is God and who is God and what is our relationship with God. Then the second verses is very important. The second verses establish the glories of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Also, it establishes the Abhidaya. Abhidaya means devotional service. After understanding the Krishna, the son of Vasudev, the Vasudev Krishna is the Supreme Lord, now we should render devotional service to him. Therefore, it is said that Dharma projita kaitava atra param nirmasaranam satam vedyam vastavam atra bhattishvadam tapotroy mulanam Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Mahamani kirte kimba parayishwara sadhya hudase avarudyate kriti visusubhitatakya. First of all, the glories and characteristics of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Dharma projita kaitava. Projita means prakeshta rupena udita. You rejected. This Bhagavatam is not like a fiction or drama or cinema, like ordinary books. Just like a man or woman come together, there is a love affair. No, this is not ordinary fiction, ordinary novels. It is Dharma Pojita Kaitava. all kind of cheating kind of religion, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, that has been rejected completely. It's totally not materially motivated. It propounds the highest truth and distinguish from reality from illusion. Distinguish the reality. The Bhagavatam is establishes the bhakti, real bhakti, prema pumartha mahan. After understanding the Krishna or Radha Krishna as the topmost worshipable supreme personality of Godhead, where everything belongs, everything, all the creation, sustenance, and destruction belongs to him. He is the highest truth, Satyam Param Dhimai. Then the second verse is saying that we should give up all kind of motivated religion, and take shelter of Bhagavatam because it propounds the highest truth. It establishes the love of Godhead for Krishna. And it is meant for those who are free from envy and pure hearted. Nirmas Saranam. Not only that, if you take shelter of this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam here and read, it approved the three miseries, threefold of misery, Adhyatmic, Adidaivic, and Adibhautik, and sufficient for God realization. There is no need of any other book. Just like I have got one cycle, which can go to the temple. Why I need 10 cycle? I don't need 10 cycle. I need only one cycle if it is sufficient. Therefore, this is called this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is sufficient. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Mahamani Kirte. It is not written by some ordinary Tom, Dick, and Harry. Mahamani Vyasadev, who is the Satyavasa avatar, who is Supreme Lord himself. Kimba Parer Ishwara. We do not need any other book. That is enough for our God realization. This Bhagavatam is sufficient to go back to Godhead, sufficient to develop the love for the God. What is the need of any other scripture? There is no need of any other scripture. Sarva Vedanta Sarahi iti Bhagavatam viśate. Sarva Vedanta Sara. Essence of all Veda, Veda Anta. Vedanta means ultimate knowledge. It is the essence of all ultimate knowledge. So who will be not satisfied or satiated by hearing Bhagavatam? Therefore, it is sufficient. No need of any other literature. Prabhupada says that only one thing, our understanding is up to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. If you know Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, if you know Kṛṣṇa, that's all. You have perfected your life. There is no need of any other book. One time Prabhupada was reading, the Sutakriti Prabhu, who was servant that time, he came to Prabhupada's room and he saw that Prabhupada reading Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada said that I like this book very much. Therefore, I am reading it. I read myself also. Then second time he entered into the room, Prabhupada was reading Kṛṣṇa book. He told Kṛṣṇa book is so sweet, so beautiful. I love reading. Then third time he came, he was reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. He told Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is that's a great book. And he told one more things. No need to read all the books. No need to read even everything about Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. If you know, even if you read one chapter, one word, one line, that will be perfect. That will give you perfection. That is Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Therefore, it says that sadasebhya bhagavatam katha iti. Just sravana matrena murtu sansara vimuchyate. Just sravana matrena Kṛṣṇa, what is that? Hṛdi udaya viśate. Samsriti. Kṛṣṇa will come and stay in the heart. It is say that sadya hudaya avaruddhate atra kirtibihi sushusibi tatachyat. If anybody hear and glorify this Bhagavatam, speak about Bhagavatam, sadya means immediately Kṛṣṇa comes and sits in the heart of this person. Bhagavatam attracts Kṛṣṇa because Bhagavatam is all about Harikatha. Harikatha attracts Hari. Tatra gayanti narada jatra. Tatra tishtami narada jatra gayanti madhava. Kṛṣṇa also says that I am there, Narada, wherever my devotee speaks and glorifies me or speak Bhagavatam, I hear Bhagavatam. Therefore, there is a transformation effect. By attentively, submissively hearing the message of Bhagavatam, Lord is established within this heart. Avaruddhate means he established and locked the door, compacted in the heart. He do not want to go out. That is the effect of Bhagavatam study. But we are so I mean, so lazy in studying Bhagavatam. This is a very unfortunate position. If somebody do not like to hear Bhagavatam, means he is not advancing actually. He is not purifying. He is not fixed in devotional service. Bhaktir bhavati naishti. The next verses it is say that very important verses. Nigama kalpatalu garitam phalam sukhamukha amrita darba samjutam pibatam bhagavatam rasamalaya muhur aho rasika bhuvi bhav. This is a beautiful verses. It's an open invitation to everyone. Please come and take this juice, drink the juice of Bhagavatam. It is a ripened fruits of Vedic literature. Vedic literature is like a tree, desert tree. If somebody wants to Brahma, Vedic knowledge is there, how to become Brahma. If somebody wants to Indra, still we have got knowledge from Veda, how to become Indra. If you do 100 sacrifice correctly, perfectly, you can become Indra. So any kind of knowledge we can get from the Vedas. Therefore, Vedas is called as desert tree. Nigama kalpatru means desert tree. In that desert tree, if somebody wants the love of Godhead, the highest perfection, highest achievement, then that fruits of Vedic literature is Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit. A mature fruit of Vedic literature is Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And it is taught by the, if a ripened fruit is taught by the parrot, it enhances the sweetness, enhances its taste. When Bhagavatam was spoken by Sukadeva Goswami, it is enhanced manifold. It makes sweeter, appealing to all class of people to assimilate. That is the greatness of Bhagavatam. Therefore, the author is inviting everybody, the speaker is inviting everybody, audience, to release the nectarian juice of Bhagavatam, which was already releasable, including liberated soul. Including liberated soul, it is already released. Therefore, everybody was invited to read Bhagavatam. Sada sarvada sevaya. Always everybody should hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Therefore, one of the beautiful verses is stated by Sukadeva Goswami in this 2:834, I think. The beautiful verses is there. So here it is said that Sada Sarvada Seva. So we will go to the next verses. The next verses it says spoke about the in the Nimisha Khetre, the Naimasarana Vaibhavya Tantra. It is said that it's a very, very important places. It's a hub of the material world, and so many rituals is performed in these things. In these places, the effect of this place is that it curtails the demoniac mentality. So there are 88,000 sages. They are anxious to do good to other people in general, headed by Sono Kurusi. They assemble this holy place called Naimisarana with a program to performing a continuous sacrifice ceremony. Continuous sacrifice ceremony for the welfare of the people, because all sages are always thinking of the welfare of the people. That is their nature. Paropakara. Vaishnava means Paropakara. That time Sutta Goswami came, and Sutta Goswami has been the Sutta Goswami is given is invited to speak about the Bhagavatam. Why? Because there's a qualification of to speak of Bhagavatam. Because qualification is that one has to be free from 4 kind of vices: illicit connection with women, animal slaughter, intoxication, and speculative gambling of all stuff. So these are the things very prerequisite to speak about Bhagavatam. Therefore, the Sukha Goswami was invited to speak about the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. After that, the 6 sages they were telling about the uh, ill effect of Kali. Manda sumanda mataya manda bhagai upadrita. So they were thinking that the Kali Yuga is manda sumanda mataya, is very, very, what you say, very manda means lazy. And everybody is very unfortunate in this age of Kali, quarrel and hypocrisy. Prayana Alpayusha. Prayana Alpayusha means everybody in this age of Kali is short-lived. And they were very lazy, misdirected, disturbed, and how they can have spiritual realization. So, therefore, for the welfare of the people, this is question asked to Sutta Goswami by the sages headed by Shaunaka-Rishi. The first question is that what is the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general? Because in this age of Kali, people even do not know what is the absolute good. They are misdirected. So many Babas, so many incarnations, so many impostors are loitering in the name of God, in the name of sadhus. You know, therefore people are very much misdirected. Manda sumanda mataya. Therefore, they are asking what is the absolute ultimate good for people in general. So, the answer is given in second and third chapter. The answer is bhakti. What is the essence of all scripture? That is also answered. First two question answer is bhakti. Because people have no time to read all the scriptures. There are so many scriptures are there. Veda, Vedanta, Quran and Mahabharata. But people have no time nowadays. Chronic disease, no time, no time. Everybody is so much encumbered in the work. Everybody is struggling for existence. Everybody wants to be work hard like a dog and hog. So they have no time to read all scripture. So they are asking, what is the essence of? Give me the essence of all scripture. That's all. We have no time to read all the scripture. So the essence of all scripture is savai punsam paro dharma jato bhaktir agatyat. Bhakti is the highest rendering service to the Supreme Lord. Or that is also a ultimate good of people in general. The third question is why the personality of Godhead appear in the womb of Devaki. So here it is asking what is the purpose of Krishna's appearance. So the purpose have been given that Krishna wanted to arouse Krishna consciousness, bring us back to Godhead. Paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya śṛḍhayā dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami juge juge. So the purpose of Krishna's advent is that he wanted to bring us back to Godhead. He wanted to arouse Krishna consciousness. Therefore, he appeared in the womb of Devaki as Krishna. Then fourth question is that act Lord performs in relationship to creating material world, Purusha Avatar. They are asking about how the material world is created. What is Mahavishnu, Garbhodakasnai Vishnu, Kshirodakasnai Vishnu, all this incarnation they want to know how the Lord incarnated as Purusha Avatar and created this material world. It's an obvious question. Everybody wants to intrigue that how it is created. It's not like Newton could not, could not discover the law of gravity simply by seeing the apple is falling down on the earth. But he was so intrigued and he was researching on this fact. Then he found out what is law of gravity, gravitational force of the earth. Similarly, all the sages, they want to know how the creation took place and who created this, how the Lord created in his different incarnation as Purusha Avatar. Then the fifth question is, narrate the transcendental pastime of incarnation of Supreme Lord, Lila Avatara. The Lord has so many avatara. Harihi Asankhya Avatara. Asankhya Avatara means there are innumerable incarnations of the Lord, like a waves in the ocean. We cannot count. We cannot count the incarnation. But the prominent 24 avatar has been given in third chapter. That from the Matsya Avatara, Kurma Avatara, and so many avatara. And so it has been given 24 prominent avatar. And finally it is said that etacham sa kala pushna Krishna tu swayam bhagavāna. Krishna is the supreme Bhagavāna, is the supreme incarnation, is the origin of all incarnation. All other incarnation is a part and portion of the portion. The final question is that whereas religion take place after Krishna has departed his own abode. So that to answer this, because when Krishna left with dharma. Because Krishna has come to establish the dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami juge juge. When he left or he wind up his pastime in Dwapara Yuga, he took the dharma, jnana and dharma along with him. So the sages are asking where the dharma took shelter when Kṛṣṇa left the world. To answer this question, there is a third chapter, the answer has been given, very beautiful verses. We will go through these verses. Kṛṣṇa swadhāma upagate dharma jnānādibisa kalo nastadrisamesa puranarka adhunodita. So this Bhagavatam is as brilliant as the sun. It has arisen just after the departure of Lord Kṛṣṇa to his own abode, accompanied by religion and knowledge, etc. Persons who have lost their vision due to dense darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from this Purana. See how important is Bhagavatam. It is stated that the dharma has left when Kṛṣṇa left, but Kṛṣṇa has kept the dharma, the religion, in Bhagavatam. By hearing, reading, understanding Bhagavatam, particularly in this age of Kali, they will get enlightenment, wisdom from this Bhagavad Purana. They can cross the ocean of Kali by hearing and reading Bhagavatam. Therefore, it is said that apara sansara samudra setu bhajamai Kṛṣṇa surupam. Apara sansara samudra is like a breeze to cross the ocean of birth and death. And in this age of Kali, people have full of ignorance, dense darkness of ignorance. It's not just ignorance, the gross ignorance. Everybody is ignorant in this age of Kali. Very condemned age, inauspicious age, unfortunate age of hypocrisy, age of quarrel, dissension. Everybody has got his own opinion. Nobody is knowledgeable in this age of Kali. Therefore, the Bhagavatam is only takes shelter to get enlightened. It's like a GPS system. It navigates the conditioned soul back to Godhead. Because we are conditions. Our conditioning state is very, very restrictive. Just like a dog is in the water. You take out the dog or fish from the water, he is conditioned now. His restriction is that he cannot live properly. He won't be happy. You take out the fish and put it in Buckingham Palace. He will not be satisfied. And you take the Buckingham Palace queen and put him in the water, he will be embarrassed. He will be in problem. That is called conditioning. That is called conditioning. A dog is conditioned by his water, staying in water. We are conditioned staying on the earth. Therefore, to get out from the conditioning state, we are conditioned by birth, death, old age, disease. We are conditioned by so many other problems. So to get out from this conditioning life, to get the freedom from all this conditioning of miseries of life, we have to take the direction, how to get out, the formula, the direction, the instruction from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. It is like a GPS system who navigates us back to Godhead, back to our original position. Release us from this conditioning state. Therefore, the Bhagavatam is paramount important for everyone to hear. Everyone to read and hear. It is stated this last verses we will wind up with beautiful verses from the Bhagavatam. It is said that Sarva Vedanta Sarami Sri Bhagavat Sri Bhagavatam Ischate Tadrasamruta Tiptasya Nanyatra Sadrati Kachit. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is declared to be essence of all Vedanta philosophy. One who has felt satisfaction from its nectarian mellow will never be attracted to any other literature. It gives us life. That is Bhagavatam. Therefore, it is stated here that it's Vaishnavanam Priya. It is very dear to the Vaishnava. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Puranam Amalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam Jasmin Paramhansam Ekam Amalam Jnanam Paramagyate Tatra Jnana Vairaga Bhakti Saitam Naiskrimam Abhiskritam Tasrivanam Supathanam Vicharam Bhaktya Vimuchanena. To get out from this material entanglement, one has to take shelter of this Bhagavatam. Dharma projita kaitava. It is not about how to become rich, how to materially, ameliorate our material conditioning. This is not for Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam not meant for ordinary ritual ceremony, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. It is prema pumartha mohan. It is establishes the love of Godhead. It explains the love of Godhead. It is all about how to develop the love of. Simply by hearing Bhagavatam, one develop that love. Jasyang by Sriyamanam Kṛṣṇa Paramapurase Bhakti Utpadate Punsam Soko Moham Bhayo. It will sprout of the love of Godhead and vanquish all our Soko Moham Bhayo, all lamentation, fear, illusion. Therefore, the great says Vasudev compiled this for the welfare of the people. It is stated in this verse. In this verse says that this Vasudev, why he compiled the Bhagavatam, Anatta Upasamam Sakhyat Bhakti Yogam Adhakyaja Lokosajñāta Viddham Chakre Sarkasta Samhitam. The material misery of the living entity which are superposed to him can be directly mitigated by linking process of devotional service. But the mass of people do not know this. Therefore, the learned Vasudev compiled this Vedic literature which is in relation to the supreme truth. Satyam Paramadimahi. It propounds the highest truth. We are all relative truth. I can be happy if I put air condition. If I'm happy if my salary got hiked. I'm happy if I will get a good, beautiful wife, obedient children, good friends. No, these are the relative. You cannot perpetually happy. You cannot be eternally happy. It is temporary. Therefore, it is called relative truth, not absolute truth, where you can unadjusted happiness, eternally happy. Everybody wants happiness, but they do not know how to get that. Brahma Sokyam Ananta. They do not know Ananta, eternally, unlimited pleasure by taking shelter of supreme truth. This is Kṛṣṇa. So therefore, Bhagavatam is in relationship with supreme truth. Satyam Paramadeve, not the relative truth, which is temporary manifestation. So all our problem will be solved simply by linking process in devotional service to that absolute truth. That is called prayojana, ultimate goal of life, to engage in the devotional service with others. So whole Canto 1, first three, particularly first three verses, Canto 1, chapter 1, is talk about Sambandha Jnana, Avideya, Prayojana. First of all, it describes the absolute truth. Kṛṣṇa is the supreme truth. Second is, it describes that Bhagavatam is all about the real dharma, what is called love of Godhead. How to engage in the service of the love of Godhead. It is in relation to the supreme. And third is the ultimate goal of life, to perfect it in devotional service to Supreme Lord, Supreme Master. So there's the last verses we will go and before ending. There's a beautiful verses prayed by the demigod to Kṛṣṇa when he was in the womb of Mother Devaki. Satyam Ratam Satyam Param Tri Satyam Satyasya Jonim Nityaṁ Satya Satyasya Satyam Rita Satyamanam Satyatmakam Tam Saranam Krapana. So many Satya. Because we are always after the false. Because material world is falsity, temporary, relative. The demigod prayed, "Oh Lord, you never deviate from your vow, which is always perfect, because whatever you decide is perfectly correct, cannot be stopped by anyone, being present in three phases." So he is telling you are all perfect. Satyam, Satyam. Everything. You are past, present, you are the absolute truth. You are the origin of everything. Creation, maintenance, annihilation. There is no truth beyond you. Therefore, we take shelter of the Supreme Lord, and we take shelter of the Bhagavatam, who teaches us how to take shelter of the Supreme Absolute Truth. On this note, we will stop here. Mantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.